This movie is rated R. It contains brief nudity, adult content, and adult language. Skitty!
Look at the 130-pound weight class. You've got the aforementioned Jamel Herring, who's a champion. Tevin Farmer was in the house here tonight because he's a stablemate of Jason Sosa, so just the revenge factor would be a great storyline. But what about Gervonta Davis? If we could make a mega fight in this weight class today, not involving Lomachenko, it would be Gervonta Davis against Berchelt.
Man, don't even mention Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is fighting against Uber drivers, cab drivers, you name it. He ain't fighting anybody. You know, I don't know where they find. Where the heck did they find
I don't think
fight now?
I don't think that's fair.
How is that not fair? How is that fair? How is that fair?
I think
he's
the guy's
not
an
fighting
extraordinary
anybody.
talent. I'd like to see him fight more.
Oh no, Gervonta Davis, you have a lot of talent. I'm not gonna lie to you. You do have a lot of talent, but you're not fighting anybody, buddy.
Boom.
Not fighting anybody at all. And I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Uber drivers?
Man, trying to tell you.
That's how you feel?
Yeah. Did you hear who he signed to fight?
I did. Gambo.
Huh?
As we look forward, Leo Santa Cruz, Lomachenko, what would you like to do?
I'm the top dog. As you know, there's no safety on this block, so bring them on.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I'm giving my opinion, and I see somebody talk about only haters that never box talk shit like that. Bro, listen, man, I got two eyes, and what I seen was a man on one leg going 12 rounds with Tank Davis. That's what I seen. A man on one leg going 12 rounds with Tank Davis. And what else I seen was, I don't think Tank can fuck with the elite dudes at 135. He can't fuck with Devin Haney. He can't fuck with Lomachenko. He can't fuck with Lopez. I don't think he could beat Gary Russell Jr.
What is it going to take for you to get him in the ring?
For him to grow some nuts. For his team to grow some kahunas. Stop acting like a sucker. The sport of boxing is getting weak. A lot of the fighters are getting weak. Like I said, I'll answer the call to anybody. If somebody say they want to fight me, I'm a man at the end of the day. We're going to fight. I don't care if you're 200 pounds. If you say you want to fight me, you better put your hands up. Because we're going to rumble. That's just the type of individual that I am. I feel as though as a fighter, that's the type of attitude and mindset that you're supposed to have as a fighter. What type of stuff is that to say, well, I don't want to fight him because it don't sell? You sound like a sucker. You sound like a sucker. You mean to tell me because I'm telling you I want to fight you, you picking and choosing who you want to fight? Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. That's really what's going on.
And then a lot of people saying, well, Gamboa was a 2-time gold medalist. Bro, that's 20 fucking years ago, man. This dude is 38 years old. Been knocked down 14 fucking times. Like, y'all bringing up shit from 18, 20 years ago, bro. Like, that's 20 years ago. Maybe 21 years ago. Y'all bringing up shit from 21 years ago. The dude is 38 fucking years old.
Uber drivers?
Man, trying to tell you.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, did you hear who he signed to fight?
I did. Gambo.
Huh?
Gotcha, bitch.
A fucking shell of himself.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I say, he been knocked down 14 fucking times. You don't get no credit for this victory right here? Because he a 2-time Olympian. You didn't fight him in his fucking prime? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Y'all niggas out here is too much of fanboys, man. Y'all out here sucking motherfuckers off. Like some faggots. Tank had a horrible performance against a dude that was on one leg from round 3 on. And you could tell he fucked up his leg the same way Kevin Durant looked back at his ankle. Gamboa looked back at his shit, bro. The dude can't even plant his foot and throw a punch, man. The punches was he was smacking Tank Davis like Kenny Porter was smacking Fred from Barbershop Conversation.
3 hours later.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on.
All right.
Gamboa's been under a rock. You didn't know that?
I feel you.
There you go.
All right.
How dare you?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on.
After this, there is no turning back.
What you gonna do?
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
What you gonna do?
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You already know what it is.
Move this man!
Alright, so Miguel Berchelt. Now what follows is expected
Alacran
fight against Oscar Valdez. Getting in some rounds during the general downtime for the sport was the primary goal for Miguel Berchelt's latest ring adventure before moving on to bigger business. It meant fighting in front of a crowdless venue, which the defending 130-pound title is from Mérida, Mexico.
What you gonna do?
Took in stride as he stopped countryman Valenzuela in the 6th round of their lightweight non-title fight Saturday evening in Mexico City. By his own admission, it wasn't Berchelt's best performance, but simply enough to get out of the way of his first fight of 2020 and now focus on the matchup he has long craved.
Enemy spotted.
I felt great, but the altitude, Mexico City, hit me a little bit. Berchelt, 38-1 with 34 KOs, admitted after his recent ESPN televised headliner. It's not easy to fight in Mexico City, but thank God we got the victory. Mexico City is nearly 74,000 above sea level, a much higher altitude compared to Berchelt's relatively flat hometown of Mérida. Nevertheless, all it took was a power-punching display by the 28-year-old to turn away Valenzuela. 21-14-4 with 16 KOs, Berchelt landed a staggering 63% of power shots, according to the CompuBox, including a barrage of punches in the 6th round to stop Valenzuela's on his feet. Elazar is a tough fighter. He endured everything I threw at him, noted Berchelt, who scored the bout's lone knockdown with a left hook. Near the end round, he gained my respect. My experience as a world champion pushed me forward. Berchelt can now push back down to his 130-pound title reign, where he has made 6 successful title defenses of the belt. He claimed in the 11th round knockout of Francisco Vargas in January of 2017. Next up is a highly anticipated clash versus former featherweight titleist Oscar Valdez, 27-0, 21 KOs, who first has to take care of Puerto Rico's Jason Velez atop the July 21st edition of Top Rank Boxing on ESPN live from Las Vegas. A clash between Berchelt and Valdez was due to take place earlier this spring, instead of becoming one of the many bouts to be placed on hold due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, but have been granted stay busy fights with the hopes that the fans will be permitted to once again attend sporting events later in the year. What follows is the expected fight against Oscar Valdez. Berchelt said after scoring a 17th straight victory, with all but one ending inside the distance, every fan wants to see that fight, and we are ready for that war.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
We talk a lot in boxing about offense being defense. Berchelt is not a defensive specialist by any means, but his offense allows him to not get hit sometimes when maybe he should because his chin is in the air, maybe his head is out of position. He just has a lot of offensive prowess and the type of angles that he throws his shots with and the power that he lands with. We could hear those shots, Bernardo, Tim, and Mark ringside to the head.
Boom.
And to the body work. Everybody knows I love body work, but it opens up the headshots like that. Now your opponent has to worry about
Impressive work from Berchelt. He looks strong.
Here we see, and those weren't slaps. Those were power punches that were getting in there. Sosa did good until those punches started to land clean, and then all of a sudden he started trying to think about another game plan, and before he knew it, the fight was over.
That's what I'll remember about the fight. The sound of those body shots.
Job ya empieza a tener los rasgos del ataque. Doble combinación izquierda, derecha y abajo gancho Marco.
Claro, abajo es donde está. Berchelt y esta noche se interna
nacionalizó y se consagró.
Estaba Jones al momento de caer, verdaderamente le aplicaron dos uppers importantes.
The thudding quality of them. We've talked about Berchelt's flaws, but you can't punch between punches when the punches don't cease.
That's the silencer. That's the grenade launcher. I'm finna kill you. I'm finna drill you. And now you bleeding. They play They play When I shoot you in your neck, the noise gon' play You know I will shoot you in your eye just so I can hear the play.
Holy fucking shit!
What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You already know what it is, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that little kick.
I'm finna kill you. I'm finna drill you. And now you bleeding.
How dare you!
Well, you already know how I feel about this gentleman. Y'all already know how I feel about his skill set. Y'all already know what I think about his strengths. And y'all already know that I curb the weaknesses. Nobody has ever been able to expose the weaknesses. So I don't feel as though a 126-pound hooker. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Oscar Valdez likes to throw a lot of hooks. So that's what I mean when I say he's a 126-pound hooker. Money, bitch! Now he's making his way up to 130, and you're gonna make your way up to 130 just so you can get stung, by Alacran. There's no way he can win this match. He has too much reach, too much size, too much pop, and left and right hand. Equal strength. I have the power. All grit. Bang bang. He's the 7-round king. I mean, he knocks everybody out in 7 rounds or less. I mean, they always say, you know what I'm saying, 7 is the lucky number. Well, I mean, shit, that dude truly revolves around the clock for Miguel Berchelt every time he steps in that ring. Now, Oscar Valdez, you know, I do like the kid. He'll make an exciting fight. This will be an exciting fight for as long as Oscar Valdez is in there. And when he gets get in touch with those body shots that Miguel Berchelt's like to bring, I don't know how long he will be able to withstand that type of pressure, that type of punishment. I don't know how Oscar will be able to make his offense while Miguel Berchelt is machine gun firing. You know how this guy gets down, man. Alacran is my favorite guy at 130. I like Jamel Herring. I've been wanting to see that unification, and I feel as though he can beat Jamel, regardless of the circumstances of him choosing Oscar over him or fighting Jason Sosa instead of unifying. This is still my guy. He still has the best record at 130. That is not up for debate. That is all facts. So, once Oscar Valdez gets done with his tune-up, you know, we can look forward to these guys fighting. It'll be exciting. You know, if fans were there, it would be a packed house. It would be a surefire sell out. Hell yeah. As always, man, I got all the respect in the world for Alacran, man. It was good to see him shake the rust off. You know, get the stoppage while dude was on his feet. And, you know, just continue just to keep it moving, man, and just get ready for what's next. Because, in my opinion, I feel as though Oscar Valdez is easy work. And the only way that I'm going to feel differently is if he goes out and shows me within that 12-round time. Well, fight fans, that is pretty much all I got for you guys up until we start getting closer and closer to the match, man. Look, man, El Alacran, a.k.a. the Scorpion, is my guy. Congratulations on the win. Can't wait to see you smoke Valdez. And I can't wait to see in the near future you on the bigger and better things and who those bigger and better opponents are going to be. So shout out to Top Rank. Shout out to Miguel El Alacran, a.k.a. the Uzi Berchelt. And shout out to Oscar Valdez as well. I have nothing against the guy, man, but hey, man, on the Two Hands Up show, we call a spade a spade. And within that truth, sometimes the truth hurts. And I'm all the way unfiltered with that. So as we always say, at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing. Pay a nigga no mind. It's the motherfucking boss. And as always, respect though.
My feelings are dead. feel no remorse. Yo. It's a terrible thing.